Hey guys, welcome to Fitmas Day 4. I hope you are loving this. I am loving all the feedback from you guys, so thank you, thank you, thank you. And, make sure to give these videos a like if you love them. Subscribe so that you're in it for the giveaway, and let's jump right in. It's lower body again today. It's definitely challenging. If you have some weights, grab them, get yourself some room, and let's get started. All right, everyone, so as I mentioned, today is lower body again, and it's definitely pretty challenging. So just like our first lower body, you have the option to use weights or not, and if you're just starting out, probably easier just not to use weights or use a lighter weight, but start wherever you are at. So I've grabbed a plate for this, and we're starting off with a weighted overhead squat. I would recommend starting a little lighter just so you get the feel for this, so that you're not dropping weights on your head or hurting your back by holding too heavy of a weight over your head. So definitely listen to your body and make sure that you're comfortable with this move before you start adding super heavy weights or anything. So it's really just a squatting down, chest up, bum back, trying to get that bum below those knees, and then holding that weight over the head. I'm sort of struggling at the end because it's definitely getting really heavy. So really focus on the form so that you're not hurting yourself and using the correct weight. And you're going to do 10 of these to start off with. Then, of course, we're taking our short little 20 to 30 second rest and then getting ready for the next move. Move number 2 is walking lunges. So for this, you're going to want a little bit of room. If you have zero room to work with, you're just going to do lunges standing in the spot, alternating lunges. So you would stand, take a step forward into lunge position, and then step back, and then step forward with the other leg, and just keep repeating that, forward and back, forward and back. But if you have a little bit of room, then you're going to do walking lunges. I didn't have enough to do the full amount forward, so I would just walk, as you can see, till I got to the end of the mat and out of room. Then I quickly turn around and just go back the other way. If you're doing this like I am, and you have to turn, make that turn quick and keep going so that the turn doesn't become a rest. So for the lunge, you're taking that step forward, you're putting a bend in the front knee so that it's at a 90-degree angle. You're putting that weight on that front leg, driving up through that heel to bring yourself back up, and then bring the other leg forward. You want to keep your back straight. I like to flex the triceps. If you flex them, it helps pull your back up straight and keep you straight up and down. And then, as you can see, I'm holding weights too, which gets really challenging. So you can try these without weights at first. It is hard. And then add weights in if you feel that you can handle that or are ready for that. But yeah, I was definitely really struggling at the end to even just finish these. So we're going to do 10 on each side. So what I really just do is just count as I start stepping, and I just count to 20. So that's giving you 10 reps on each leg of this. All right, so we're on to taking our short rest and moving on to our third move, which is a sumo squat to a curtsy lunge. This is sort of a little more complex. You're sort of doing two different squat lunge moves in one. So I just took a second here to sort of make sure, get my form down, figure out what I was all doing. As you can see, so sumo squat back into that curtsy lunge, except you're going to alternate them. So a squat and then lunge back one way, and then back to sumo squat, and then you're going to lunge back the other way. So you can grab some weights if you want. It does get very challenging again though. So sumo squat we did the other day, if you remember, legs are real wide. Then you're stepping back into that curtsy lunge. So that leg is coming back sort of to the side out behind the other leg. Sumo squat, curtsy lunge, back straight up and down the whole time. The knees are staying behind the toes, and you're just alternating back and forth. So the curtsy lunge and the sumo squat are both really great for hitting those inner thighs and that booty. So this one's going to leave you fairly sore there again. For reps, we're going to be doing 10 lunges all together. So each time you go back, it's counted as a rep. So that's 1. Then we do our squat in between. and then our next one's just counted as 2. So it's 5 on each side, and 10 reps all together. So our fourth move is the weighted hip thrusts. You can actually do these again without weight if you're just starting out. They can still really work your bum, but I like to do them with weights now. I kind of held my weight, now that I'm looking at it, in a strange position. You can hold it there, but if you hold it further down, it can sit a little easier, sort of between your legs and more on your hips. But either way, whatever feels good for you, do that. You can put dumbbells there too if you want, whatever you have for your weights. So I'm using the plate, as you can see, and we're going to do 12 of these hip thrusts. So I also noticed that I could put my heels a little further back. You want your legs, your shins straight up and down, and you're going to thrust those hips into the air, digging your shoulder blades into the ground and squeezing your butt at the top hard, and then bringing it back down. You're really, really going to feel this. All right, we're on to our fifth and final move, which is sideline toe taps, or I like to call them half moons, but I don't think that's a legit name. I may have just made it up. You're going to lay on the ground in a straight line. I like to support my head. You could lay it sort of down on your arm if that feels better, totally up to you. You're going to stack your hips and then start with your legs one over top of the other, but then that top leg, you're going to move it, tap it back and forth from front to back, moving it in a very high arch, like as high as you can. So a big semicircle, like a half moon, which is why I like to call it that. I totally forgot to, I don't know why, grab a weight though. I was going to demonstrate this with weight, and I totally forgot to show you guys. But with that free arm you have on top, you could hold a small plate or a little dumbbell onto that top thigh just to add some extra resistance. This was pretty tough though. Like towards the end, the side of your bum will just be burning. If you have ankle weights too, that would be something you could add to it, though I feel that would be incredibly hard. I have some ankle weights, but just having the weight at the very end of your leg there is probably, you wouldn't need much weight at all. Mine are 2-pound weights, I think, and that would be so killer, trying to move that back and forth right at the end of your leg. So you can try this without weights and see how it feels. We're going to do 15 on each side, or just hold a small weight against the top of your thigh there, which I know will add some pretty good resistance and just really make it a great workout. Okay guys, so that is fitness day 4. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's a real booty and leg burner again. So again, 2 times through for beginners. You're probably still, if you're just starting out, you could still be super sore from the first day's workout. Another thing I was gonna say is don't stretch when you're cold at the beginning of workouts. Stretch at the end once your muscles are warmed up. So don't ever just start a workout, before your workout, start stretching and pulling on everything. Do that afterwards. So once you're done, it's a good time. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow.